Hello everyone and welcome back to the Engineer's Guide to the Galaxy. This is already the 20th episode and well, we've come quite far. Little bit of damage at some places, but we've come a long way. I've redone the to-do list. The suites were on there, but they are done. And the reactor room was still on there. That one is done. Well, mostly I'm going to refine it some more. I redid the to-do list with the most important things on top, and that is the finding some ice and especially platinum and magnesium and silver if I come across some. I need the ice because, well, I don't have any and my tanks are still quite full, and that's the problem right now, I have become extremely slow. This is also the point that I'm going towards a new asteroid. And I'm not going to the 29th asteroid. I've been there already. And I want to continue my route towards Mars. And Mars is over there. So I want to go at least a little bit in that direction. And that's the main thing today. I will continue with a little bit of building, but the most important part is to find the right resources. And I want to build the ion thrusters, so at least I'm not completely dependent on ice, and I do have a lot of uranium. So I can go from A to B on ion thrusters. And I want some extra ice so that I can still use my hydrogen thrusters. Let's see. And that's interesting because I don't have a front view anymore. I think I'm going, let's see, is there something below? Yeah, there's one over there. And I think it's quite far, so let's prep the jump drive and fly about 10-11 kilometers. I think that'll do. And let's see what's on there. Interesting. There's another cluster just off to the right. Okay. We'll start with this one. Okay. I didn't expect that, and I am really lucky. nickel. And probably only nickel. So after defeating the 3 scattered cannon drones, this looks promising. It looks like the entire asteroid cluster is made of ice. If that's the case, then wow. I just hope I'm a little bit more careful than the last time, and I still don't know what happened. Apparently when the autolock is activated on the landing gear, it can take quite a punch. Yeah, this looks all like ice. That's a lot of ice. It is ice. Oh well. Okay, I think my plans just have changed a little bit, and that is that I'm going to build a lot of hydrogen tanks. Probably. Because I want to harbor as much hydrogen as is possible. And as long as I don't get interrupted by any larger drones, then I think I'm happy. All right. It's all ice. Everything is ice. I think I just hit the jackpot. Okay, let's give the GPS and start mining. Okay, if these miners are going to do their thing, I need to look ahead and especially what I'm going to do with hydrogen storage. And preferably I'm going to fill this backend completely up with tanks as much as is possible. The only thing for that to be happening is that I need to relocate the thrusters again. Yeah. I was thinking to make a couple of modules. Yeah, I think that's the best plan, to make a couple of modules, one on either side, above the oxygen tanks and a little bit outwards, so that I can build the tanks. I have some time. It takes a little bit to fill up all these tanks, but not too much time. So another thing is that I need to build the thrusters first, before dismantling these, because when I need to run, I need to run. Yeah, so another temporary construction then. Yeah, I think this is it. Let's get the thrusters. I want to double the amount of thrusters because, well, yeah, you've seen how slow this ship has become. If I have the construction like this, I can place one here, one here, and on the other side as well. Then one on top here and here, and four on the side here, and of course on the bottom here. And I hope I don't burn the catwalk over there. Okay, and I'll just need to reproduce this construction on the other side, and let's connect the construction there as well. Okay, that's the conveyor infrastructure. And now the actual thrusters. And they should all just fit nice and tight. So this is one module, 4 towards the side, because, well, in this direction they're only at one side, and all the other directions are split over both sides. So 4 thrusters in each direction. That should, well, it should be double as functional as it is right now. So still probably quite slow. I'm wondering how many of these thrusters I have to place in the end to make it a little bit mobile and agile ship. I'm not certain it is really possible. I do know that I need to place a lot of extra gyroscopes next to the ones I have. I think maybe 4 times as much, so that I have 20% of the gyroscopes that I will end up with, something like that. For this bit I'm going to... I want to take the grinder to get these components out of here, but I don't think that's smart. Now I need to weld these up before I grind the other ones down. So let's get some components. Okay, so the back end is completely free. The thrusters are in place over here. These blocks, they need a lot of, well, large components. That was a bit of a thing, but we've managed to do this. There's one thing I wanted to fix first, and that is to remove the piping here and let it run on the back, at the back downwards and underneath, so that it's out of the way of this hallway. I don't like it. And here I will fill this up, put the wall 1 block further, so that is then this slice of blocks is done, and I will do the same on the other side. Okay, the hydrogen tanks. I need a lot of them, and I was looking how to place them, and I think I want them the same as how they are placed over there. And then a lot of them. So if I start with this one, can place 6 of them, and it's only 1 lower than the ones before, but I think that'll be alright. And how far can I go forward? Another 2. So this will add 3 times 18 tanks. So that's 54 tanks. Okay. At least it's a beginning. It will take a long time before they're all filled up. The other tanks are somewhere between the 50 and 75%. Yeah, an additional 54 tanks. Well, I can go along with that. Although filling it up will take a long time. These are at 51%. And the mining is going rather well. Although I'm not sure where it is mining, but I think it's going quite well. Let's see how much I've got. 1.1 million kilograms. Okay, so I'm mining faster than I can refine. And let's see, the oxygen is full. So it's all hydrogen from here. Yeah, I'll weld these 18 up, place the next 9 and then 9. I have to weld in layers again. Yeah, so let's build some tanks. Okay, all tanks have been built and they're filling up really slowly. These last ones are only at 0.2%. Yeah, this will take a while. So I'll leave the miners mine all the ice they can. Currently I have a stock of, well, 2.3 million kilograms. I just hope that the ship won't be too heavy to move in the end. But on the other hand, it will lose weight continuously once I stop mining. Alright, this was one unplanned bit. It's a really nice addition. I didn't expect to build this this soon. I might expand it one layer outwards on either side, but I'll do that when the temporary defenses can be removed, and maybe I've got some thrusters at more locations. This is fine for now. Yeah, in preparation of the ion thrusters. Oh, that's true. I haven't told you that. One thing, this ship is becoming really big. Not only it's already quite heavy, but looking at the stats, it already has a PCU of 146,000, and the physical shapes are quite high already. I don't think I will get close to 65,000, but well, I'm already at 24,000, so my computer is saying to me that the ship is getting kinda heavy on the resources of my computer, of course. So once in a while I see a little stutter in the simulation. Okay, regarding the conveyors, there are load lines that I need to connect and gas lines. And on the crew quarters there are more gas lines than on the suites. The suites only have these in the middle, and the crew quarters also have them on the sides, on either side. Here's a combination of a load line and a gas line next to each other. And I need to think about how I want to place the thrusters, the ion thrusters. For this I had thought to, well, I have 4 sections two on either side, and this is a section in between the suites, the crew quarters, and the vertical column here. And I was thinking to have per section 4 thrusters facing forward and 4 facing backwards. So that's 16 in 16 thrusters forward, 16 backwards. So that's all I need for those 2 directions. And let's see. Initially, I was thinking to have the sidewards thrusters on either end of the suites and crew quarters. So 4 here, over there, and over there. But I think I can manage to put them here and here on either side of the bit that comes here with the forward and backward facing thrusters. And then the only 2 directions that need to be placed are over here on either side, and that's the upwards and downwards. And that's all 6 directions. I think that's the most efficient placing of the ion thrusters. Otherwise, I also don't know what to place here. It might become a little bit boring. And what that means for the conveyors is that I want to let them go as soon as possible to around this line. Yeah, because here can be wall can be placed on this line, since this is public area. I'm not sure yet. That's +2, +1. This is the central level, so this is the public area, and I want that to be as big as possible. It can be quite impressive also. So yeah, let's see if we get the ion thrusters, and I really like the sci-fi ones. That one has a footprint of, well, the base is 2 by 3, and I think it's difficult to see in first person, and it's 4 long or high. And if I plot it against this side, there's enough space behind the thrusters. I can make a double line over this block. So a line for the gas line and a load line that can be on top of each other. And then I have to, let's get some distance. I have to see if I'm going to place them like this, and I think I will, or this. I think I'll be placing them like this. Also in blocks of 4 with a single line in between. Line of blocks, because I think I have an uneven amount of blocks in between. I added the extra layer of blocks here so that I have the same amount of blocks next to the turret on the bottom side as the top side. Same here with the crew quarters. So let's check how much space I've got. And I don't have steel plates on me, so let's try it with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, an uneven height. So there will be a layer of blocks in between the thrusters, but you will see quite soon, I think. However, the conveyor lines. I want to start with the gas lines, I think. And it's likely that I will close this one off from there. That I close this wall. Otherwise, it's very difficult to make this part airtight. Or I need to make this all into conveyor junctions. Okay, let's get some energy. Okay, all the conveyors are connected right now. The gas line is connected here at the bottom, and I need to connect this conveyor junction to the rest of the system. It runs along the bottom here, it's connecting this one. Here the load line and the gas line are separated completely, and the gas line runs along the bottom here. Has a vertical connection over here, and that is because I want a redundant connection to the front end of the ship, as is the case for the bottom side, because here the gas lines are running quite close to the surface. And here's another vertical connection towards this conveyor line that feeds the suites with oxygen. The load line, I've got one here at the top and one here at the bottom. They run along. I can make a vertical connection here, but I've got already one here, so that's not really necessary. This one is connected, that one is connected to that line. Here's the vertical connection between the two, and these ones are connected also, and I made a connection between those two junctions on the top and the bottom. So that's one section. I need to do the other three as well, and then I'm going to weld this all up. And then we can think about the placement of the ion thrusters. I don't have enough resources, but they are relative easy to weld up when they're placed and there are blocks around them, because they're quite big, of course. And they have next to each other have a surface area of 3 by 4 blocks, so I can access that with the constructor. Okay, so let's get some energy really fast and some more interior plates. And place the rest of the conveyors. Well, something funny has happened. As you can see, I've got 3.2 million kilograms of ice. And the funny thing that happened is my cargo is full. I've got 2 large cargo containers dedicated for ice. They are completely filled up. But another thing that happened is when I look at the cargo for the constructor, that one is full as well. So yeah, I can't use my constructor right now because all the cargo has been filled up completely. And I have to wait for well, these to be filled up slowly, really slowly. And these generators are working around the clock to get rid of all that ice. I am wondering how much I will have left in the end, or how much hydrogen I get from everything. Currently I'm at 14%, but that's 14% over all these tanks, so that's quite a lot. And I am thinking about hand welding all these conveyors, although that's really terrible to do. But I've got no choice right now. Alright. Let's get started. Okay, the conveyors have all been welded up. The red marker you see is a sniper drone I've disabled earlier, so I don't have to worry about that. I will grind it down when the deconstructor is empty, because also that one has been filled with ice right now. I had to move it to make room in the constructor, because, well, welding with the constructor was way faster. And currently I only have 2 million kilograms of ice, so that's going steady. I have 17% hydrogen in total, so that's not going really fast, but oh well. Okay, for the thrusters, I need to mark something up with some, well, let's make it this one, with some temporary armor and some steel, of course. Let's get some quick. That should do it. All right, this is the center of this bit. 4, 5, 6. This is 11i, so this is the center. And there will be a line between the top 2 thrusters and the bottom 2. And I don't want the back and forward thrusters thrusting against any armor. So let's say that, what's the right level? I think this. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, this is the center line. So the thrusters will be placed here and here with the armor coming around. And they are 4 deep, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can put the other thrusters here, and that would look really nice, I guess. Yeah. Question is, how deep am I going to place them? These thrusters come to this point. So I will let this blue ribbon come outwards around the thrusters and go back inwards. This one as well. And I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with this one. I think it's going inwards. Or maybe I'm going to let it loop around the turrets here and above as well. Yeah. I'm not sure yet. So there go these 2 thrusters. And then I have 1 left before the 4 blocks of the thrusters that go sideways. And if I say that this is the same space between, if I take these 4 blocks for the thruster, then this will be the back wall of the thrusters. And I think that is alright. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And these thrusters come in between here, so above and below that line. And on the other side as well. And I want to do as much as possible with light armor and only the exterior or the blocks that are shown on the exterior in heavy armor. And I think this is it. Yeah. So let me check. Way more. And this is the 4 and 2 forward in between there. Yeah, it's a little difficult to see, but I have something visualized in my head, and I think it will look pretty nice. The only thing to do is to place the back walls for the thrusters. And then I can place the thrusters. The only thing left then is, of course, the heavy armor. So yeah, I'm going to do that right now. And well, let's make it just white. Okay, I've made for one section, I've made the back walls, and I've done this so I can show you how they will be placed. So this middle line of blocks will be protruding forward, this one, and then there will be placed 2 thrusters here, and let me see. Yeah, and here and here. So here, it's 12 high because I've got the edge here. That's 1 block downwards. So this is 1 taller. Back and forward will be placed here, here, and here, and here. So that's 4 forward thrust, 4 backward thrust here, and then 4, and over there also 4 sideways thrust.
Energy critical.
So there's 4, 8, 12, and 16 sideways. Okay, I'm going to get some energy and then place the other walls in the other 3 sections. And then we're a step further. Well, the first layer, the back walls for the thrusters, they've all been welded up. And it's time for a second layer, and this will show the well, it's kind of an encasing of where the thrusters will be placed. And I'm not sure how this is going to look. So I'm not placing the top edge around the thrusters for these side pods, but I will for these ones, and this is the same height. So as you can see, that 8 figure has space for 4 thrusters in between. So, well, the second layer is rather easy. I just have to place them and weld everything up again. And the second layer is placed. Now the third one. And for now that's the last one with light armor blocks, I think. Let's see how this looks. This is it for now. There will be a 4th layer. Eventually this will be filled up upwards with light armor, and same for this edge. But I can't weld that right now because they would be in the way for the other blocks. Okay, let's get the rest. And the 3rd layer is almost done. is done. Something has happened because there was a Tesla drone and I was outside the ship to lure it away. However, I did activate this mining ship again to get some extra ice, and it got in the line of fire, as you can see by the missing turret, missing thruster, some armor damage. So I'm not really happy with that. And the thing is, I haven't got a blueprint of this ship, which isn't that bad. Adding the thruster and the turret back to the ship, some conveyors, that's not really the issue. I already wasn't too happy with a couple of aspects. This conveyor line, I want that somewhere here. I believe there is a this block next to the programmable block that leads to a conveyor port of a drill. So basically I can add a conveyor line here, which is preferable to have it stowed away in the ship and not there on the surface. And I'm not really happy with the armor. I already was intending to change it up a little bit. And now I've got a reason. So that's something I will do next time. For now, I'm going to add 2 more layers to this armor, and one is rather simple. That's just the outer line around these thrusters, or the place where the thrusters will be, and the same applies so the bottom for this one. This is all. The 5th, let's see, yeah, the 5th layer will only be another line around this section. Am I saying that right? No, and also again around this section. But that'll be all. So that's not really too exciting. So I'll place the blocks, weld it up, and you'll see it when it's done. Alright then. The 5th layer is also placed. So right now the next step will be placing some heavy armor around, but that is not something for today. A little recap furthermore, I am leaving the little miner to mine some ice. It won't keep up with O2H2 generators, but it will get something. Currently I only have 1.5 million kilograms and I am at 24% hydrogen. So that's coming along quite nicely. Next time I will be, first of all, repairing the auto miner. That's one of the things I want to have finished first, so that one can mine again. Next I will fudge around with the heavy armor that will encapsulate the ion thrusters. Not sure how it's going to look like, but for now it's getting its shape, and yeah, it will set the tone for the rest of the ship. And at least I have some space to put in the ion thrusters. So that will be all next time. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like, and I hope to see you next time.